Hey guys, how have you been? I've been away for a couple weeks, and now that I'm back, I can do some more animation. I got new Zuckerberg animation I'm working on. Been really busy the past couple weeks because I've been mailing out all those vinyls and stuff, and there's some more that are coming out today. And here at work. Well, so if you were here for the last animation or last live stream, I was working on Mark Zuckerberg and drew him with a let's see here, I was missing. Oh, this is from a different animation. Oh, here you go. You can see right here. He's kind of got like that gauntlet from that movie, I don't really know. Thanos' glove or whatever. But instead of the jewels, it's going to be like different types of Trojan condoms. Because in this particular episode, he's kind of in virtual reality space. And so he's going to be doing some... Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. He's going to be doing some weird stuff. But, let's see here. Okay, let's open up my Photoshop here. So I have to draw his glove, because at a certain point he's going to put his hand into his pants and then do like a 3D scan of his crotch, and then so that way he can preserve it digitally for generations. Got a mischief zipper hoodie recently. Now I look dope as fuck when I walk with my gloves. Walk with my dog. That's awesome, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, so basically, let's see here. Get the rest of this hand drawn. When he's in virtual reality, he's going to be... He can basically do anything he wants, and it's going to be like a white background. Kind of like that scene in The Matrix, where there's like a whole bunch of guns. But instead of guns, it's going to be like various types of toiletry. I might change that. I don't really know what I'm doing, honestly. I just... I have this dialogue. I listened to his F8 speech and cut out all the good bits and mix it up, and Mange Nemesis, what are your biggest musical inspirations? Well, if you read in the description, actually, I got a whole bunch of musicians listed in there, and I also have a playlist called Enjoyable Sounds, which has a lot of music that I like to listen to. I haven't really updated it in a while, but that will give you a good idea. I think we need an airsoft fatty animation after the iDubbbz video. I saw that video like the thumbnail for it yesterday, but I didn't watch it yet. I don't know if I will, honestly. It's so long. If you need a cellist or anything, I'd be honored. I appreciate your work. Hey, Martin Hernandez. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I will, hold on a sec. Are you the guy that emailed me just yesterday? I didn't get a chance to respond yet, but if you are, I will email you back. Oh, what's going on with Mischief's face? Hold on. Oh, he's alright. Okay, sometimes he kind of glitches. He's the reason why he's making like his mouth is moving all the time is because the air conditioning machine is on, and so the speaker's picking up a lot of. So the software is picking up a lot of background noise. A tilted potato salad. I don't really know why I make these animations other than like why I decided to do interface or whatever. It's just kind of wanted to make something original and not worried too much about the story. Like I just kind of wanted to write the story as it goes along and make something a bit different, kind of like a music video, but more like a web series, I guess. Kind of like a blend between the two. I just had to use a reference of his reference image. See his glove here. It's got just kind of like orange, I guess. Orange and yellow. Didn't you mention wanting to get a cease and desist from Mark? Yeah, that'd be pretty funny actually. Because I mean, I don't think you can really. Whatever I'm doing here is just basically parody. So. You guys have heard that he's like making like his own cryptocurrency now. Libra coin, whatever. Price of Bitcoin went back up. That's pretty crazy. I honestly wasn't expecting that to happen for like the third time. Blue Moon Wolf 64. When I started to draw, did you work in a realistic style first? Not really. I mean, well, for doing animations, no, because basically the McDriven video is how I started, and it's like extremely like not realistic. As time has gone on, I've kind of gotten a little bit better at drawing anatomy and stuff, but it does, I think it helps to keep it a little bit rough looking. I used to do portraits of patrons like a long time ago. I don't really do them anymore because I get too many of them and it just stops me from animating. But the first like several that I did, they kind of look pretty rough now that I look back at them. But I've had a lot of practice drawing people over the past 2 years, so I guess with practice it kind of helps, and use a lot of reference images. Sometimes I just trace things because it's just easier, you know. I don't really have anything unfinished. I guess I put a lot of unfinished animations in the 100,000 subscriber special. Like if you look at the television thing, there's like some Simpsons animations, and then there's Hank Hill. That's stuff I was working on and I decided to cancel. I have a few projects on the go right now. I'm not sure if they're going to be canceled or not, but they're just kind of on the back burner, I guess. And right now I'm just working on ZUCC and interface episode 14 or 15, I should 15. So I'm gonna put an upside down F on his arm or his hand. Have you ever made animations for Adult Swim? Yes. If you go to Adult Swim's channel, there's 4 animations I made for them. And they're about a minute long each. It's Adult Swim Smalls. They're like for the web basically, but I think they are on television too sometimes. Like in between episodes once in a while. Just go to Adult Swim's channel and just search Mischief and you'll see them there. They're also on my own channel, and you have to like read the description. They're all done in 16:9, so that kind of gives it away. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if any of you are going to the Ottawa Animation Festival in September, I'm gonna be there. So you want to say hello, you can come say hello to me. I will be there, and Key Seeker. Hey, Key Seeker, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I don't have a date for the September screening, but I will let you guys know when I do. It should be coming out in a couple weeks, so. Come to Vancouver. I don't know how many of you guys are in Ottawa. I know there's a couple of them, but yeah. I was pretty excited to hear that I got in there because the Ottawa Animation Festival is like one of the biggest in North America for animation. So the soups on the cycle of life animation is going to go in there. And from the looks of it in the schedule, it looks like it might be like the last one that they play for that screening. It's in the Canadian Panorama screening. So like it's going to be like the last thing people see, which is just the soup sun. Okay, just adding some reflections here. I might add a, oh, I should put this on top of the F. Yeah. I studied for Ottawa for a lot of years, but now I'm back in Montreal. That's cool, man. That's where I'm too, Montreal. Is 4:3 God tier aspect ratio? The reason why I chose 4:3 was because it's like the old resolution for standard definition television. At one point a long time ago, I was thinking of like running everything onto VHS tapes, similar, very much like Jack Stauber's animations, but I didn't. Like my channel and his channel were kind of like starting to grow around the same time, and I didn't want to like kind of just do the same thing. And I also kind of got lazy because I was like, okay, I got to buy a VCR and all that stuff, and so now mine is just more like pure pixel art at the same resolution. And another good thing is that with this squarish kind of aspect ratio, it looks better on a cell phone if you're holding it vertically. And also, I find that like compositionally, like composition-wise, it's 4:3 is like kind of a little bit nicer for some animation. Like if I did everything in like panorama, like really wide, it would be hard to appreciate, I feel like, unless you're watching it on a television or something. And I don't know, for animation, I just feel like it kind of pops. It's kind of feels a lot of space on people's phones and tablets and stuff, so. Jack puts his videos on VHS. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, when I look at his animations, he puts them on like a real VHS tape and plays them back and re-records it onto his computer. I don't think it does not look. It looks real. Like it doesn't look like he's using a filter or some After Effects trickery. So that's pretty cool because it actually it kind of makes it like a nice like texture on top. Shifts the colors around and stuff too. I used to do that a long time ago, like VHS kind of. Even Pilot Red Sun does that too. He puts some stuff on VHS tape, I think. And I think it's real. It's not like a filter. If you look at his channel, there's like an animation of like a ball bouncing around in a prison cell. And I'm pretty sure that is real VHS. So, okay, just looking at my, I should probably save this before it crashes. Okay. CSTL, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Oh, message everyone. Have you heard of Matus's skunk mix? Skunk mix is a modern day jazz. No, man, I have not heard of that. Sorry, dude. If you were to post in the Discord, though, I might be able to see it better. And, like, tag me or whatever. Can't check it out now, but maybe later. My first animation. My very first animation was done with. Actually, I can't. I used to do Lego animations a long, long time ago, when I was like an early teenager. And then there was like those cartoons that came out, the rejected cartoons. You guys probably seen those. And I tried doing some hand-drawn animation and like scanning in the frames and stuff. It was a mess. It took forever to do, so I kind of gave up on animation and did a bunch of live action stuff. And now I figured out this method of doing animation that I like, so. Tank Theta. ZUCC wants to use Libra to control us. Yeah, man. I think so too. Like, I don't really understand why he needs to have his own currency. It's kind of crazy. Anyway. Any reason why Mischief has a clown nose, also Percy Hugh? These are questions I will not be able to answer, but if you stick around and watch further episodes, it will become more clear, I think. It's if you if you think about like the location of Dreamland and where it took place in real like historically, because it's based on a real location, and the timing and stuff. Well, I don't want to say anything more, but basically, if you try to consider the context of where, make it a better idea what's going on here. Oh shit! Sorry guys, I'm kind of like ruining the animation here. I'm not even paying attention. What am I doing here? Photoshop. Okay. Oh yeah, I was just looking for his glove. Okay. Purple, pink, green. Taser Alien. My dog is questioning me, do you like dogs? Hey man, thank you for that. I do like dogs, but I don't have any. I'm more of a cat person, to be honest with you, though. Dogs are they require a lot of attention, and cats kind of are the opposite almost. Hey Moon Presence, thank you man for the comment there. Just reading through the comments here. Adult Swim gave me, I don't know how long they gave me, they kind of just let me finish them. They didn't really give me a deadline, so I tried to get them done in a reasonable time frame. I really worked on them hard and got them done about a month. Each one took me about a month, I think. I probably could have, like, they probably could have given me more time too, but you know. Okay, so what do I put on here to make it look like a condom? Like I need a Trojan logo or something? Hey, Tank, that yeah, man. The best thing you can do is just do it in your downtime, and don't worry about making something too long or too complicated. Some of the best animations on YouTube are really short, like 30 seconds, and just post them places like Reddit and stuff, and hopefully people notice them. That's what I did. That's the quickest way to grow, in my opinion. So, and you could also try posting your stuff to Instagram too, because it seems like Instagram is, for short little animations, is doing pretty well. I don't do it though because Zuckerberg. Dreamland is based on an actual place called Dreamland that is basically on Coney Island today, what is known as Coney Island. I think there was like 3 amusement parks back in the day, and what happened? Well, I don't want to. Well, there's historically it caught on fire, and that's how Dreamland got destroyed. So. Okay, I think I got enough of a glove here, but I might just make this a different shade of yellow. And how long does it take to animate an episode of Interface? The actual animation could be 2 to 3 weeks, depending. The music takes about just as long, pretty much. So that's why I work on my music ahead of time. Like, I got several tracks I'm working on right now. And this coming up with the idea and what the story is going to be about, or whatever, what happens, takes me about 2 or 3 weeks as well. So, but it's all kind of not one after the other. It just kind of comes in different pieces. So it's really kind of hard to say how long an episode takes me, but about a month and a half, I guess. You could do like an outline of the condoms in the package. I kind of like that idea, because then it's a little bit more subtle. Have you heard of Felix Colgrave? Yeah, man, I've definitely heard of him. I've seen all his stuff. It's very cool. And thank you again, man. Key Seeker, thank you as well for your comment there, man. Super chat. Blueberry and mango jam. I'm going to an arts program, and I think you. Hey, man. Well, thank you very much for the comment, and best of luck going down that route. When I was in high school, I really didn't like doing art that much, but I don't know. I went to art school, and it kind of changed after that. I got a new appreciation for it. I really got into painting and video editing and that sort of thing, and it took me a long time to really get into animation. I didn't take any animation classes at school, even though there was a program, apparently. Tank Theta. Yeah, man, of course. I just try to provide some tips, I guess. I don't really have the best advice. You know, if you just make short animations that people want to look forward to seeing, I think you'll be able to grow. And for me, that means I make interface, but to initially attract people, I do things that are a little bit more popular, like these Zuckerberg animations, or like a meme kind of video. The weirdest thing for me is the soup sun is extremely popular, and it's not even like a meme, really. It's just completely random. So I guess it's just the soup sun kind of just worked out on its own. Okay, so there's my glove. Merges layers down. Destroyer hates me. Hey man, I do remember you, man. That's awesome, man. If anyone tweets me like fan art and stuff, I'll always retweet it because I like to share that stuff. Okay, so there's my glove. Okay. Taser. Hey, man. You're welcome, dude. Okay. Let's see here. I got my glove. I keep saying that. I gotta put Zuckerberg's arm on it now, so let's just take a look at the footage. Oh yeah, it's kind of like this gray. So... maybe I should bring the glove down further. There. What plans do you have in the future? Well, right now, my plans are just to keep working on interface until part 2 is finished, which is going to take a couple years, I think. I'm spending a little bit longer on them than I did part 1. That's basically it. I just want to work on my channel. I've been getting a lot of people asking me to do commissions, and I've been turning them all down because I just want to work on my channel. That's basically it. And I just want to make these little animations because it seems to be doing pretty well, and that's what I want to do for now. And plans, though, I mean, I guess like for me personally, I'm thinking of moving sometime because I live in this little tiny cramped apartment with Carolina, and after we ordered all these vinyls and stuff and the CDs to ship them out, like we had no space at all. It was ridiculous, so I need to move maybe somewhere with a little more space.
Hi.
Hi, Carolina.
The heck?
Any specific animators, indie or famous, you're into lately? There's a guy named Cole Kush that has done some animations for YouTube, for Adult Swim, I meant to say. And he made a pilot called Day World, and I really enjoyed that. If you go to Adult Swim's website and type in Day World, you should be able to find it. He's also got an animation in the Ottawa Animation Film Festival. So I don't know if he's going or not. He said that he's considering it, but he may be there at the same screening actually, Canadian Panorama, because he's Canadian. So that's, if you're looking for another animator, I suggest you check out Day World on Adult Swim. Bio Ghost, are you planning on publishing the piano sheet music for the interface series? I do have it actually available, and I'll type in a link right here and post it for you. I don't advertise it, but the sheet music for the more piano-ish kind of songs are available at hexsystem.com/documents. I just post a link in the chat there, so hopefully you get it. And I can't vouch for the quality of the sheet music because I basically just did the Logic conversion. I don't really know how to make my own sheet music, so I think it will help. It will get you very close to it. So. And Nuno Cruz, hey man, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that.
Hello.
Hi, Karen.
It's Nuno Cruz.
Your second soup animation got like 10 times the views of the latest interface episode. How do you interpret this as a creator? The reason why that the soup animations are so popular, in my opinion, are because of the thumbnails.
Charles.
And the thumbnails is basically like, have you guys seen those YouTube videos that are like extremely, they get like millions of views, and it's like a can of Coke cut in half, or like you know where that like hot knife channel or whatever, and it's just like cutting things in half. I think it's just because like people see something with a face on it and it's abnormal, like a can of soup, which is very recognizable. It's cut in half, it's got a face on it. It's just like, they're like, I want to click on that, you know? But if I do the interface, I don't really have those same type of clickable thumbnails. It's kind of like, it's like just a person's face, or like in the last one, it's one of the person that works on the circuses. And
cut it in half, put a face on it. That's all you need.
Yeah. If you know what, if you look at my most popular videos, there's a rule that's prevalent, which is basically
put
a face on something where a face should not be. And that's pretty much it. So you put a face in a bowl of soup, it's very popular. Put a face on a nuclear bomb, it's popular. Put a face on like a can of soup. What else did I put a face on?
A ping pong ball.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Put a face on a Teletubby.
Well, yeah, but he's a Teletubby. He has a face.
Put a face on a car.
I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why it's popular. I don't really know.
Put a face on a face.
Because, like, it's not like the Sonic the Hedgehog where you're like, oh, well, there's a movie coming out, so it's popular because of that. It's like, it's a can of soup talking in a boardroom. I can't explain why it's popular. I don't, it doesn't make any sense to me. Put a face on something where a face should not be. Okay, Hannibal.
Yeah. You gonna make some lamps later?
Thank you, Charles Lemaine, for that. Life advice. Vera to some CM made a great video on thumbnails and making people go viral. Yeah, man, I know. I've seen that. And the thing is like, I could make the interface episodes have kind of more clickbaity titles, but I really don't want to do that. Like, it just makes me hurt. So, here's the thing. Interface Part 1, which is episodes 1 to 12, are going to be premiering on this Saturday, 7:30 Eastern Time. And the reason why I'm doing that is because YouTube does not really promote short videos, for one. So I put it in a compilation. It's 40 minutes long. It's a long video. I also cleaned up some of the graphics. I cleaned up some mistakes I made, technical things, and remastered the audio. So when you watch it now, it's like the best viewing experience for Interface Part 1. And I'm probably going to do the same thing for Interface Part 2. So, when Interface Part 1 comes out on this Saturday, I would love it if you guys could just post the crap out of it as many different places as possible. Because Interface is the thing I like working on the most, but unfortunately it's hard to get people, like new people, into it because it's kind of like a time investment, you know what I mean? If you see like a short animation of like a soup can with a face on it, people are like, okay, I'll click on that because that's, you know. But with Interface, it takes more time for people to get into it, you know? 'Cause at first, it doesn't make any sense. The first 4 episodes, you're like, what the hell's going on? So, anyways, if you guys did that for me, I would really, really appreciate that. It'll be on Saturday coming out, so, anyways. Steve Poke Bob. Yeah, so after it premieres on YouTube, it will be posted as a regular video. It's automatic. Like, it will go up on the channel as a regular video, and it will be there forever, so. Okay. Let's see here. That's I think this is looking okay now. Now what I have to do is kind of animate his arm. It doesn't have to like move or anything, but I have to do like the kind of only the first 4. Well, yeah, I guess silver. I mean, depending on who you ask, probably none of it makes sense, but to me it makes sense. It's just because it's, you know, certain things haven't been explicitly said yet, I guess. Hey, Moon Present, sorry about that, man. Are you right or left-handed? I'm right-handed. Liam Pescura? I'm not sure when Interface is going to end, but when it does end, it will have a proper ending. I'm not going to just make it a cliffhanger and then not finish it. It's definitely going to finish properly. And I don't really know when I want to finish it. You know, I don't know if I want to finish it after part 2 or if there's enough to make part 3, or if I do finish Interface part 2 and I decide to make a new series with the same character, Mischief, but it's like a different series, you know what I mean? That takes place in the same universe, but maybe, I don't know, haven't thought about it yet too much. I'm just concerned about part 2, basically. I'm leaving a lot of the interpretation up to the viewers because it can be interpreted in several different ways. I have my own interpretation, but I won't say really what it is. Part of the fun, I think, is people discussing what certain things mean, I think. Yeah. Okay, so okay, let me just I have to expand the canvas size here. Alrighty. So let's see here. Did Mischief used to be called Big Smile or some other name? Mischief doesn't really have a real name. He's kind of... Mischief isn't really like an official name either. That's just what I call him. But like he hasn't really been called that. Like no one's called him Mischief. Well, actually, no, it's not true. He is called Mischief in the episode by the octopus, isn't he? Yeah. It took me a while. Sometimes I don't like having people like giving them a name too early because I don't really know what to call them. Like Henrik, it took me a long time before I decided on Henrik. Okay, I gotta merge these layers down. Percy is one of his names. It's kind of be one of those characters that has like 5 or 6 different like not pseudonyms, I guess is what. Big Smile sounds like a satire name he made to reference to Big Smoke when he made that Big Smoke order video. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Yeah. I have 3 songs I've been working on for like several months for the next 3 episodes basically, and I'm really excited about them. It's just I have to wait until I make the episodes before I release them, but I got a lot of stuff coming. Okay, so now, and I'm just doing the Zuckerberg video because it's going to be short and simple. Keep you entertained. Otherwise, you'd be waiting for like another month and a half before I post something, and I can't do that. This channel will die. So I just do these shorter, kind of simpler videos in between. So, yeah, I just got back from Nova Scotia, basically. I was visiting my family and stuff. Went to a lot of national parks and that sort of thing. How have you guys been doing this so far this summer? Ever consider going to Chicago? I might go, like, but it would have to be for a certain event or something, you know, like a film festival or something like that. I haven't really done much traveling in the United States, honestly. Been to New Hampshire and stuff, and Maine, Florida, but that's about it. Just playing. Hey man, thanks for hanging out. See you later. I got really badly sunburnt because I'm a pale as a piece of paper. Yeah, Carolina got really burnt too. I don't know exactly what happened. I thought we put sunscreen on, but apparently sunscreen expires. I was reading about that on Reddit, and sunscreen expires and then it stops working. But I don't think sunscreen bottles are like required to tell you that they expire. So if you have like an old sunscreen bottle from 4 years ago or whatever, it could be expired and it may not really work. I don't know if that's what happened. I think what happened is we were at a beach and so we went swimming and it might have washed off and we didn't. And then Carolina turned into a lobster. Insanely hot where you are. Hey Tom, whereabouts are you that it's like so hot? I mean, it's been actually pretty cool considering, and last year was really bad in Montreal, but it's been pretty alright, I guess, here where I'm living. I'm 29. Like, I actually just turned 29 like the day before yesterday. I had some people, well, one person was saying that their vinyl arrived warped. And unfortunately, I think it might have been because of the heat. Because it went to a place that's really hot. In like a desert, basically. And the packaging might have been a little bit too tight, like the tape. And it might have warped the record, so I have to send a new one down there. That's what my suspicion is, what happened about that. Everyone else hasn't really complained. They have said the vinyl has showed up no problems. But if you live out like in the desert or whatever, it could warp. Oh, thank you guys for the birthdays.
You secretly wanted happy birthdays from them.
Carolina says I secretly wanted people to tell me happy birthday.
So you dropped that info. Like, oh, it was my birthday 2 days ago, guys. I am actually 29.
You hear that? I don't know if you can hear that with the
Probably.
noise suppression on, but Caroline is giving me grief. Oh, we heard it.
What?
Yeah, they said that they heard you.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Pretty hard not to hear me.
Yeah.
Pretty brazenly loud.
Alright, so there we go. See what I was saying about animating like just a static image? It just kind of provides some life to an otherwise flat looking image. Now I have to draw Mark Zuckerberg's pants and his hand going into them. Because basically this glove is like a 3D scanner sort of thing. And like I said earlier, he's going to be scanning his balls so he can preserve them digitally far into the future. You guys heard about this Jeffrey Epstein thing? Where he like wanted to preserve his head and his balls, or his wiener, and he also wanted like procreate, like reseed the population of the earth or something like that.
Ew, really?
That was like, I don't know what the hell that's about, but the New York Post or New York Times, I forget which one it was, made an article about it. That's going to be a really bizarre trial if it comes to, you know.
Yeah, that better be televised.
I hope it's televised.
Come on.
Did you take inspiration from EE and E by any chance? I'm sorry, man. I don't know what EE and E is unless you have like the full title. I might recognize it, but I don't think I know what that is.
No. Where is the mailman?
Okay. Alright, so there's my arm. Okay, I gotta draw Mark Zuckerberg's pants now. Save. Alright, so let's just look at the reference here for a second. He's got a brown belt, blue jeans. Okay. Just gonna copy an image of this so I can get a precise the sizing down, I guess. That's too wide, yeah. As an animator, have you heard or known of any Newgrounds animators like Wani NG? Yeah, man, I definitely heard of that. I haven't seen this stuff. Let me just look at this again. There's a Gucci belt? Is that what it is? I think I keep getting Gucci belt. I don't know, it just looks like a regular belt to me, but... okay. That's... okay, now his hand's too big. And I keep drawing him the wrong layer again. Jack, what DAW are you using to make music? What is your favorite plugin? I'm using Logic Studio, and right now my favorite plugin is... Actually, I kind of like the Melotone one, the one that's like built into the new Logic. It's really simple. I just kind of like how it sounds kind of like a Silent Hilly, I guess. Kind of like warbly, and you can control the tape speed and that sort of thing. I think it's cool. As for my inspirations for interface, actually, I get the question a lot, so please check out the description because I wrote a bunch of stuff down there about that. It's pretty much like everything, really. Paintings, different music, and other web series and stuff. Alright. The dialogue that I have for this is going to make this make more sense. What's that, Karen?
Counter is broken.
Oh.
Like 0
I don't even know why I have this counter on here, because it just never works. Okay. Oh, Jesus. 300 people. 300 people? I think that might be a record.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a lot of people here. Okay.
That's
Well,
weird.
hello, everyone.
Just a whole auditorium of people watching you draw Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg's pants.
No big deal.
Okay. Let's put his shirt on here. This is like such a basic animation. I don't know why it's taking me so long. There. Okay, so now let's see here. That's looking about right. I should have drawn his body on a different layer so that I can animate the arm going into it. That's going to be necessary. What just happened there? Oh, thank you, Carolina.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh.
Alrighty, let's see here. What? Okay. Let's put the finishing touches on his belt. It's too wide. What color was it? Gray? And his pants are blue, and this is gonna go over here. It's a highlight. And what else is there? He's got those little pockets that need to be drawn. Probably should draw like the outline of a zipper. How does a zipper look? I forget. And it also needs... It actually needs like blue up here because this is where the top of the jeans are. Okay, merge that together. Okay, so now, let's see here. There. Okay, it looks a little bit better. Now I'm going to put a little bit of detail into his belt buckle. There we go. And just... I don't know if that looks good or not, but I guess it needs more highlights. So.
It's like a Hank Hill pants.
Yeah. Shadowhawk. Yes, all the music that I make, I just put it under my Bandcamp, which is known as ZUCC System. So I've been making music for about 10 years, so under that name, and I keep it a little bit different, separated from my channel. But all the music on there is, like if you find music on my videos, you go to ZUCC System or Bandcamp, you'll find all the music there too. Okay, let's see here. There's the glove. I'm gonna have to have it like come in at an angle because it doesn't make sense that it's like straight down his stomach. But maybe it, I don't know. Let's see here. It would be more like this, wouldn't it? It'd be like whatever. His shirt is orange. Just giving his shirt some like wrinkles and stuff. Okay. All right, so there's the... So let's see if I put it in the right area. Okay, merge this together. So it's gonna go in. Oh, it's gonna go into his pants. Probably at an angle. And then when it goes into his pants, there's gonna be ripples in his jeans. And the shirt too, actually. So maybe what I'll do is I need to animate some ripples. That's what I'll do. So Toronto Dingle Bong. Hey man, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't really know, like you probably don't want to search this, but I was like looking for a 3D model of a wiener, like a penis basically, so that after he does the scan of his crotch, it will like rotate on screen and be like analyzing and all that sort of stuff. And I just searched it on YouTube and I was like, whoa, there's a lot of like nudity on YouTube. I mean, maybe it's not a new revelation, but I was like, Jesus, like, there's some weird stuff on YouTube, like.
Scan your own. It's just a hot dog, don't worry.
Squeals. Do you speak French? Yes, man, I do speak pretty basic French. I'm not perfect at it.
Basic French.
It's pretty.
You speak French?
I can speak French. It's just.
You are fluent in French.
I wouldn't say I'm fluent.
Yes, you are, because you got out of school. Modest.
So what I'm doing now is just doing the same sort of flickery kind of effect so that everything has a little bit of movement to it. Like the highlights of the belt buckle kind of. I might give the belt buckle another highlight, like a white highlight, right at the corner here. And it kind of like glistens. See? Yeah, basically, that's what I searched, the corner. You should show the name of the currently playing music on the stream. That'd be pretty cool. I should do that actually. I just haven't gotten around to figuring out how to do that, because it's basically a VLC playlist on my computer. Maybe I can get it to show the song titles. I'll think about that for next time and see if I can get that set up for you guys. The music, though, pretty much everything is something I made, so I don't use anyone else's music. If you go to hexsystem.com, you'll be able to find it probably. Though there's a lot of albums on there now, so it might take a while. I'll type it in here. It's HEX. What's the song that you use for your stream starting loop at the start? That's the newest album that isn't the interface one. Hold on. I'll just post a link to that. I think it's Terra Centrifuge, and you can find it right here. Just posted a link for you guys. Okay. There's a OBS plugin that shows VLC titles if you're using that. Hey, Screels, thank you, man. I will try to get that set up then next time, because that's what I'm using, OBS. Okay, so I got my loop there, which I can use the loop stuff. And now I'm going to add those additional details that show up when his hand goes into his pants. Starting here. So the hand would probably be rotated, so... Umami, how did you describe the sounds associated with the cerebral static mischief transformation mechanic? How would you describe it? I don't really know what it sounds like, honestly. It kind of sounds like a metallic kind of drone sound, I guess.
Dude, there's almost 370 people.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's crazy, man. There's a lot of people today. Usually there's like 200, I think. But I guess Thursday afternoon's a good time to stream. Okay, so there's the creases that are going to show up when his hand gets into the pants. I should do one more loop here. Okay, and then at the same time that that happens, the highlights of the hand. This is gonna be weird. I'm giving you the ZUCC. It's coming. It's I don't know when it will be done. Probably after the premiere of Interface Part 1. It's probably going to be a couple days after, maybe.
I'm gonna put a painting on sale.
Oh, right.
Remember?
Yes. Okay. Hold on. So when the premiere of Interface Part 1 goes up, do you want to grab the painting?
Oh, you gonna show it?
You can show it. Yeah.
Hold on.
We did the painting. Caroline and I did a painting of the cover art for Interface Part 1.
I don't even know where it is right now.
It's back there. There it is.
It's in a pile of things that extends forever.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. just yeah.
It's not gonna fit there.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm just gonna show you something here. Oh, it's not working. Why isn't it working? Is it not plugged in?
I don't know. You have to give it permission or something on this computer every single time.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Why don't you just show them a picture on the computer? This isn't gonna look good anyway.
Okay. Oh, you kind of caught me off guard, Caroline. I would have gotten this all set up if you were gonna mention it now, but I can't.
Well, you always forget, so...
Well, okay, so we did a painting, right?
I did a painting.
Sorry, guys. I'm confused now. Jeez.
I broke everything.
Yeah. Just throwing me for a loop. I'm just trying to draw some pant creases right now. But basically, we're going to be selling that painting for Interface Part 1, which you see on the album art. And we're just going to chuck it up on eBay, I think, starting at $0. And if you guys want to bid on it, it will be there.
It'll start at 1 cent.
More news on that coming later, because I don't really... I wish I could have showed you the painting right now, but I just don't have anything set up. Okay. Yeah, the painting is like an oil painting, and it's been varnished, and it's on a panel board, so it's actually like pretty nice. And Caroline worked on it mostly, but I also helped do some of the design elements that are added to it. And it's done in the... Oh, sorry, it's not oil, it's acrylic.
That would have taken forever to dry.
Yeah.
Infinity Fab.
Okay, let's see here. The creases show up like that. Maybe one more. You know what? They shouldn't start so low. They would start down here and then grow. Okay, very close here. Let's see. So I'm not going to be able to like animate it in real time because I have to do that in After Effects. Or maybe I can do it in After Effects. But see how it, yeah. The hand is going in. Okay, so I will do the animation in After Effects. I'll just save this so you can see the full effect. Okay. So I have to break this up down into layers. This is the top layer, the bottom layer. There doesn't need to be a background. Both of these, I'm going to move them more centered. Okay, now have you thought of doing an Elon Musk animation? I have thought about doing it. I just haven't thought of a funny idea. I would like to do a Elon animation sometime. All right, let's see. Okay.
Where do I put this?
Oh, right here. Thank you, John. Oh, sorry, guys. You should have, Elon Musk's rocket failed to bring ZUCC satellite into orbit. Oh, God. It's coffee. Okay, footage. There we go. Let's go about 480. Okay, so that's the glove. And sequence is going to be like probably like 10 seconds. Hey, Ron. I usually make the music first. Actually, pretty much always make the music first. Episode 14, at the beginning, I actually made the music second after the animation, which isn't something I do very often. The next 3 episodes are already going to have music that's already made, like I already made it ahead of time. Okay. Now where's his... Should be able to import this as a composition. There we go.
Oh, 400.
Alrighty, 400 people are gonna watch Mark Zuckerberg put his hands into his pants. Let's see here. Enable time remapping. If you want to learn how to loop things, this is how you do it in After Effects. It's kind of a really annoying thing you have to do every time. I wish there was just like a button. But now, his hand loops. Okay, so now his shirt and pants. Put his glove right here.
Hi.
Carolina?
Huh?
Okay, hold on. Rotation. Oops. His hand starts there and ends down here. Okay, so that's the basics of it. It needs a lot of refinement. Okay, guys. All right, I'm gonna loop the pants properly, or I could just do it the cheap, lazy way, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just duplicate the layers. And sometimes it's easier to do that, especially if you're using different segments. Let's see here. Pants. And then at this point, it would span out. And then at this point, okay, so that's, if you look at his pants down here, okay, yeah. So that's that. I'm pretty off that. Same thing for his shirt. Because there we go. Now, let's mess that up. Oh. Alright.
Mailman.
Mailman just showed up. Caroline is sending out the vinyls. Okay. Let's get his pants are fine, but his shirt. Alright, so this is the animation. And what I might do, I might like make some flash noise go off or something. Or like scanning noise. Let's see here. Axel, I'm thinking of restarting drawing after the summer ends. Or would you suggest me to get better at faster? Well, I would suggest you don't start until the summer ends. You just go down to the art store and buy a sketchbook and just start drawing things, you know? It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a cheap sketchbook and some white paper and get some couple pencils and erasers and stuff and just start drawing things from life, you know? Like you see people on the street or whatever, or maybe you want to draw some flowers. And try to capture the lighting of the drawings. That's what I would suggest. You don't have to make it like this big thing, you know? Like drawing doesn't have to be such a big thing. It could be something you just do once in a while when you're bored or whatever. That's what I would suggest. You just got to keep doing it. Yeah, exactly, Ron. The more you do it, it will come easier. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of tweaking here.
There goes a bunch of vinyls.
Oh, that's good?
Yes. There goes the mailman.
The mailman shows up to my house.
My mailman.
Otherwise, I have to go down to the street with a whole bunch of boxes and then like wait in line, and it's not fun. Usually there's like someone in the lineup that's like, how do
clothes in China?
Yeah, I'm moving to
I've never sent a letter in my life.
I've got a box of socks. How can I customs this box? And I have to just sit behind. That usually happens during the time I go there. So, okay, so there's the pants. The hand going into the pants. That's basically it. It's just like anything. It's anything that you do consistently, you'll get better at. Like whether that's making music or drawing or writing or procrastinating. You can get better at procrastinating actually, and that's not a good habit. I mean, it's the thing is like just do something a little bit each day. Like when I do these animations, I don't work on them like. Well, some days I do. Some days I work on them like the entire day. But for the most part, I try to do one thing a day at least. Even if I feel like if I don't feel like doing it, I want to get at least one shot done. It could only be 5 seconds long, but as long as I do one thing, then I'm happy. And once you get into that habit of doing something each day, no matter how long it is, it starts to become a little bit easier. And then you can start making this big project, you know, because the days add up, and suddenly you have this thing that you've made, you know? looking back at Interface Part 1, like, it's kind of crazy. I'm like, how the hell did I make 12 episodes of all this? And it's just taking it one little chunk at a time. That's all it is, you know? So, you guys have seen Mark Zuckerberg put his hands into his pants about 100 times right now. So I'm going to save this into... Alrighty, 420 people, man. That is definitely a record. I've never had that many people watching me. That's crazy. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now, though, because I'm starting to like not be able to think, which usually happens when I'm live streaming. But basically, so you guys have seen what I've done today, and it is this, which may not seem like much. But these little tiny, this animation with Mark Zuckerberg is going to have a lot of like really short, kind of weird things. So if you guys are around for the premiere, which it's not really a premiere, you already seen it. But like I said before, the sound has been remastered. I fixed up some of the graphics, cleaned up some shots and stuff. Interface Part 1 will be premiering, in quotations, on Saturday, 7:30 Eastern. So once it premieres, it's going to be on the channel forever, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys just share it with as many people as possible, because it's hard to get people into the Interface web series because it's like kind of it's confusing and stuff. But maybe if it's like one long video, it's a little bit less, like you can kind of just watch it in one sitting, you know. And I'm not gonna like fill it with like crazy ads and stuff. So there's gonna be like, I'll just put like an ad at the beginning basically and one at the end. I'm not gonna like chunk it up with ads. Like, so like when you watch all the original videos, there's an ad in between each one because it's like separate episodes, but it's a 40-minute long video. There'll just be like one at the beginning. So okay, so thank you guys again for watching it. My live stream. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me and drawing weird stuff, and I will see you guys next time. I'm going to be trying to do some live streams more frequently again. Thank you again, guys. Talk to you all later.